Hey there, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be telling you all about my second trimester. Never mind my hair, this is just pretty much it's either you're going to get this video like this or not. Um, let's get right into it. So I started off the second trimester still struggling with food. I didn't have any cravings in the beginning, and I still don't have any cravings. But right in the beginning, or the first couple of weeks in the second trimester, stemming from the first trimester, everything that I was eating kind of had to be bland, limited amount of spices that I could use, just a little bit of salt and pepper here and there. Or if I'm eating a sandwich, I really try to stick with like peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Those are like my go-to. I try to sneak in smoothies here and there, but sometimes I also just wouldn't want to eat that as well. So during the first couple of weeks of the second trimester, I was definitely still struggling with my food intake. Hey there, so in the first trimester video, I did mention that I haven't been able to eat KFC. A lot of things have been disgusting. So the last time I've had KFC was literally like right in the beginning. I'm now in my second trimester. I really wanted actually the chicken licken wings. The chicken licken is so far from where I stay and they don't deliver, but KFC does. So I got some KFC dumped wings. It doesn't smell bad. I'm gonna try one piece. I'm just gonna bite into a piece. I really just want the wings right now. Not really inyama. So I'm gonna grab this leg. Like I said, it doesn't smell as bad as it smelled the last time that I had it, which was it still tastes a little bit weird, but it's better than the smell isn't as bad. It's definitely better than when I had it the first time, but it still has like a tiny bit of like a stench in there. It felt okay. It's the meat, man. The closer it is to the bone. And the smell that I don't like. So I think I'm gonna give it a bit more time. Lucky for Zano. He has 5 pieces. I hope I can eat the wings though. But wings are literally just a lot of meat close to the bone, so I don't know. We're gonna try the wings. Dear God. I'm just gonna bite. It's dunked wings. I bought dunked wings because I felt like I would like the sauce. I prefer like eat dunked wings to just normal single wings anyway. And then if I really want hot wings, I prefer chicken licken. Okay, this one I can just smell the sauce. Mm-hmm. I think the sauce helps. The sauce helps because I can't really taste the meat. And when I smell it, I just smell the sauce. Like I don't have that same weird smell as the other one where I can smell like inyama that's a bit old. But I'm literally just smelling the sauce. Okay, so I guess I can have these. Now I'm eating everything. Which basically brings me to my next thing, which is my body changes, the weight gain. All right. So I have gained just during the second trimester, I have gained 10 kgs. I've actually gained 10 kgs throughout my entire pregnancy so far. In the first trimester, I actually started off by gaining about 4 kgs, then I lost all of it. And then in the second trimester, I've gained 10 kgs. And that's because I'm eating like crazy. I'm always hungry. Nothing seems to satisfy me. I always want to chew on something. I love sweet things like chocolate. Oh, I can eat chocolate imini yonke. So yeah, I'm eating a lot, like a lot. And I wake up super hungry. Um, but actually, that has kind of gone down a little bit. Like the waking up super hungry part has kind of gone down a little bit because I can usually be awake for about an hour or so before I eat. Whereas smack dab around about week 24, I had to eat something the moment that I wake up. So it's actually gotten a little bit better, but I'm still eating a lot. But with that weight gain, I'm still wearing my same clothes. Like I'm still wearing the same clothes. I've been pregnant since I was wearing my Xhosa Makoti outfit, and I decided that I wasn't going to buy any new clothes when I take those to wear when I take those clothes off, because I knew that I was pregnant and my body is going to change a little bit. So I didn't want to buy new clothes and then have all these body changes happening and then maybe not fit into the clothes after this pregnancy or whatever. So it's only now, towards the end of the pregnancy, as I see how my body is going, that I'm actually starting to look at new clothes for myself. I'm still wearing the same clothes that I was wearing prior to my Xhosa Makoti outfits. Other body changes that I have, my boobs have definitely grown a little bit bigger. I don't really have big boobs, so they're not super big right now, but I can definitely feel that they are heavier, they are fuller. They're heavier, they are fuller, and they're also darker. They're a lot darker. So I'm guessing that my milk is starting to like formulate in there, but I did read somewhere that milk actually starts coming in at around about 16 weeks, which is in the second trimester, and my boobs have been pretty much fuller since then. All right. But also they're not as sensitive, because I feel like in the beginning of the first trimester, beginning of second trimester, they were really, really sensitive. Now they're not as sensitive, they just feel heavier. I also have a lot of pimples on my face, this part of my neck, especially on this side, and on my chest. I'll insert a clip so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't really have acne prone skin. I hardly get any breakouts. I'll usually get 1 or 2 pimples around the time of my period. So this is really something new for me. I'm not doing anything to deal with it. I'm literally just washing my face with soap, putting on my lotion and sunscreen, and carrying on, because I'm like, I don't really know what to do, and I haven't really been. It's just one less thing that I just really don't want to stress about, and I feel like if this persists postpartum, then I'm really going to deal with it. Or if the pimples get really worse and maybe painful during the pregnancy, then I'm maybe do something about it. If not, I'm really just gonna wait it out until postpartum and then see how my skin looks after that, and then I'll decide on what to do then. I've also noticed that I do have a bit of pigmentation, just a line. There's like a line on my neck, not really the whole neck that's darker. My lips are a little bit darker as well. Also, the line on my tummy is very, very visible. Very visible. I feel like throughout my second trimester, I didn't really look obviously pregnant throughout my second trimester. It was only towards the end that I can tell that I'm pregnant. But I feel like if you don't know that I'm pregnant, I could just look fat. I look like I just have a belly that's a little bit bigger than usual. I just look fat. How I feel. So my body is it's changing definitely, and I can see that it's changing, but I'm not so sure if people from the outside are able to see that that one is definitely pregnant. I'm really not sure. Maybe towards the end of my second trimester they can now see, but definitely during, I don't think so. I think I just looked fat. Is where we're at. Wow. Now you can really see that in the video. Because I was trying to look at it in the mirror, but I couldn't see it properly. This is what 28 weeks looks like. I officially feel, I can feel the weight. I feel heavy. During the last week of the second trimester, I just started feeling really heavy, or not really heavy, but I definitely started feeling the weight of the baby. Whereas I feel like before, I looked fat. I could feel that, okay, I feel a little bit fat. I feel like the most of the weight that I've gained is really just not just the baby. I don't think the baby weighs 10 kgs, definitely not. But it's been spread throughout my body. But during that last week, I definitely feel like I could specifically feel that my tummy feels heavier and I can feel the baby. Around about 20 weeks, the baby weighed about 350 grams. But I just had to come here and say that whoever, 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 God, whoever thought it was a good idea to go around having babies, like, no, man. Like, I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain. And it's not like in their cramp, but like my pelvic area, when I get up, when I walk, if I'm sitting for too long, if I'm lying down in a certain way, if I'm lying down for too long. Oh, oh, I just wanted to say, but whoever thought it was a good idea, if you haven't fallen pregnant, I could need. But about the last week of the second trimester, when I went for my appointment, the baby was about 1.1 kgs. My doctor said that this is pretty much average weight and the baby isn't really a big baby. So I am kind of heavy about that. I don't want the baby to be too big, but we definitely want baby to be growing. So yeah, that's where we are right now. In my first trimester video, I did mention libido and I said that it's gone a little bit better. I just want to say it's non-existent again and I don't care. Like, it's absolutely non-existent. There's nothing. I don't want anything. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to touch anyone. I think this one also ties in probably with some of the insecurities that have been raised with regards to my body, and I just feel, for lack of a better word, disgusting. My constipation has definitely eased up. I'm definitely a lot more regular. Some days are better than others, but it's definitely improved. I'm not taking anything for it. I just usually go by myself, which is where I want to be. And I'm just trying to make sure that I am drinking enough water just to make sure that everything is working as it should. Be warm. I don't feel the need to take any naps. My energy is up. And I've also, especially towards the last few weeks of my second trimester, started feeling the need to make sure everything is clean, make sure things are tidy. And I think that's called part of the nesting process. Just make sure that everything is together up and lean. And definitely, yeah, I've definitely started feeling that a lot. So mentally, how am I doing up here? And the second trimester has been such an emotional roller coaster for me. Very moody, very sensitive. I'm a very moody and very sensitive person anyway, but this is just on another level. I'm It's just on another level. I don't know how else to describe it. My anxiety is just peaking. A lot of anxiety around, am I going to be a good parent? The financial impact of having a baby. Are we doing enough? Are we doing enough preparation for the baby's arrival? We've definitely started doing stuff to prepare for the baby, buying items and things like that, but it just doesn't feel like we're doing enough. It just feels like I can never be 100% ready for the baby's arrival. And that is just making me anxious on another level. This anxiety has basically made me have a lot of sleepless nights where I'm just crying or just awake thinking. I feel like all of my like I said, I'm a naturally very moody and sensitive person anyway, and that's just been exasperated. I feel like I don't have any balance because I can usually find a balance, but right now because I'm stressing so much and I'm so anxious, I either want to be in a dark room with the windows closed and the blankets doing nothing, or I want to be busy doing something. And just all over the place. And that's just like I have no balance. I'm literally just going from 0 to 100 all the time, and it literally happens in like a split second. And it also makes me feel a little bit overwhelmed with like all of the emotions that are going on, make me feel overwhelmed. And the things that I'm sharing, I don't really have like the things that I'm sharing, I don't really have solutions for them. I'm just sharing what are the things that I've been going through in my second trimester, and maybe you can relate to them. I don't really have in Zotibana, this is how I'm solving it, or this is the coping mechanism that I'm using. I'm just taking it day by day and trying to do the best that I can. And then also there's another component of just my mental is some of my insecurities that have come to surface. With the weight gain, my insecurities surrounding my body. Like I said, I just feel disgusting. And I linked that to the libido, but I'm not wanting necessarily to be touched or anything because I don't feel that I am at my best right now. I don't feel sexy. I don't feel like I look good. Um, and just with the weight gain, because I recently, well, in 2020, I lost like almost 20 Ks. And when I felt and I'm in 2020 I lost almost 20 Ks. In 2021 I had a lot going on. I didn't really lose any more weight, but I maintained the weight that I was at. I didn't gain any weight either, which was basically good. But when I felt pregnant, I wasn't at the weight that I wanted to be at. I still had 10 kgs to lose to be at the weight that I actually wanted to be at. So now I feel like I'm just getting back all the weight that I lost. And I didn't think it would affect me because I kind of prepared myself by, okay, I'm pregnant. I'm definitely going to be gaining weight. At the beginning, I was like, okay, I didn't gain any weight in the first trimester. If I just gain 5 kgs in the second trimester and then 5 kgs again in the third trimester, I'll be fine. And now it's only the end, like I'm only at the first week of the third trimester right now. And during my second trimester, I gained the full 10 kgs that I kind of set for myself. So, and I could literally see my body and I can feel my body getting heavier. Even before I could feel that the heaviness is concentrated on the tummy, just my overall body, because I feel like the 10Ks has been spread throughout my body. I could just feel it getting heavier. And looking at myself as well, I can see, okay, girl, like you're a mess. Um, and I'm using these words because that's just how I feel. It's not necessarily the best way to put it, and I know that my body is just doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it does get to me, you know? The second part of my insecurities, aside from my body, is basically just my insecurities around building and maintaining relationships, whether that be friendships, family, and all that. And also the lack of having people that are really close to me, in my immediate surroundings. My sister and brother do live in Cape Town, but they live like 30 to 40 minutes from me, and my mom is all the way in the Eastern Cape. So, yeah. And then I don't really have a really close friend circle. And I think being pregnant, like it's such a sensitive time, everything is super heightened. Um, and I just feel really alone. I feel really, really alone. And I am alone a lot of the time. Like I work from home, my husband goes to work. I'm just alone a lot of the time. And I just felt it usually doesn't get to me because, like I said, I really love being in my own space. But for some reason, it's just, I just feel really alone. Like I feel really, really alone. And I don't know what to do about it. And I think just this feeling alone has just brought up so many insecurities around in friendships and maybe other relationships that have also broken down. But what is it that I'm necessarily doing wrong? The whole what's wrong with me type of thing. What can I do better? With these things that are causing me anxiety and these insecurities that I'm feeling, a lot of them I've realized stem from some childhood traumas, feelings of not fitting in, feelings of not being good enough, some trauma associated with being bullied, ezo zinto ezinjalo. Having my walls be so high up because I don't want to trust people and let people into my intimate space because of certain things that have happened in the past. As needs to know that I felt like I thought I had completely dealt with, but some of those feelings have definitely crept up on me during this time. Certain, like the one where I spoke about wanting to be a good parent, just certain things that maybe happened that molded me and that have made me back. This is the type of parent that I want to be, and not this type of parent. And yeah, like I said, I don't really have solutions for all these things. I'm also just taking it day by day, trying to take it easy, crying if I need to, writing stuff down if I need to, and journaling if I need to. Trying to do my affirmations and trying to tell myself that, like, positive, trying to speak positively to myself as well. But yeah, it's been a mess. I've been a mess, if I'm being 100%. Like, I've honestly just been a mess. Yeah, just in general, I am so happy and excited to be closer to meeting baby. Like, I'm so excited. I can't wait to just hold the baby in my arms and do skin to skin. Nah, yeah, I'm really excited about that. The baby is now moving, and I can feel all the movements.
Mm.
Feet is kicking, he's very busy. So you can see it's been kicking the whole time.
Mm.
You just can't feel it right now. But it will come. Don't worry. And then you're going to say, this baby doesn't stop kicking.
Mm.
Um, and I don't think we've gotten to that stage where the baby is responding to maybe me touching my belly or anything, but the movements are out of this world. Like, he even has some type of a schedule, or he certain times when there will be a lot of movement. Like when I've just eaten, when I wake up and I eat, like he goes crazy. When I rest late at night, when I'm resting, I get into bed and I then start like to sleep, he goes crazy. And exhaling like around 1 a.m. 2 a.m. if I'm awake, that's when he moves a lot, like exhaling. So I'm a little bit worried about that because that means that he's awake like exhaling. So I'm a little bit worried about that, about when he comes, if he's gonna be awake around those times. Another update on baby, his head is down. He's
The head of the baby. You can see the spine.
Yeah.
Right down to the bottom.
Oh, the bottom is up there.
Yeah, so the head is down. This baby's vinnig hoor.
Is down. He is just getting ready to come out. And I'm just so happy because my body is doing exactly what it needs to be doing to prepare for him. And it's just like, I'm just so excited. We've also started prepping for his arrival, buying stuff for the baby. I made a couple of lists, and then I basically have one main list of things that we need to get for the baby, where I just wrote down the items, where I'm going to get them, um, the number of items that I'm going to get, prices of stuff that obviously have prices, because I am working on a budget. I'm not, money's tight. And so I am working on a budget. So just trying to make sure that I stick to that budget. But still get all the things that I need to get. And then I'm also doing it in the order of about sleeping essentials. I'm pretty much done with sleeping essentials. I think there's just one or two things that I'm gonna purchase now. With for sleeping essentials, bathing, feeding, nappy changes. I kind of group them into those small buckets of things so that it doesn't just feel like I'm just randomly buying stuff. But I'm gonna do a separate haul with all the baby items that I've bought. I feel like I thought I went crazy with clothes, but now I'm realizing that I don't have too many clothes, and I actually want to get just a couple of newborn stuff. And I know people say you should just get 0 to 3 months anyway, but I do want to get newborn stuff. But I'm not gonna go completely crazy with newborn stuff, because I know that the baby won't really wear newborn stuff for a long time. I'm lucky if I get to a month. But I just want to have at least the going home outfit in newborn size. I still don't have a going home outfit, but that'll all be in a separate video. I'm also going to do a video about my hospital bag. So yeah. So I definitely started preparing for baby. I've disclosed at work. I'm still deciding on the duration of my maternity leave. I don't know how I feel about that right now. We'll see. And I've been given time to decide, so that's fine. But I've definitely started having a plan of what's going to happen when I'm on maternity leave, which makes me feel good. I love a plan. I love being organized, and that just makes me feel at ease. One less thing to worry about. So just some closing remarks. I feel like people, when you speak about the second trimester or when you read up about it, there's this term called second trimester bliss. And I just feel like I haven't really felt that. Besides my energy being up, and I mean, I'm excited and I feel so much joy for the baby coming, but I feel like my emotions have been rocking me so hard that I haven't been in the best of places. Um, just pregnancy as a whole has not been the best time of my life. And I was saying this, I went to get a whooping cough vaccination after my 28-week appointment. And I was telling this to the sister that, yo, like, I just want it to be over, you know, because I feel like I'm not in charge of my body. I feel like my body is doing its own thing. Granted, I'm happy because my body seems to be doing all the right things. Um, Absolutely no complications. I prayed for what I call a textbook pregnancy, where everything just goes well. This is at this week, this is what's supposed to be happening. And everything has been going well. Even now with like the baby being face down and all the movements and all that, I'm so ecstatic. But I just, it's just been a lot. Like mentally, I've been going through the most. And even with all the joy and excitement, that has kind of just taken such a toll on me. Um, so yeah, this has not been the best time of my life. Even though we planned this, we said that we wanted this, and now that it's here, you know, it's not, I don't want to say it isn't everything that I thought it would be, because I knew that a pregnancy comes with a lot of emotions. Like, we read up on that. I watch people's YouTube videos, people's stories. So it's not like I didn't know that, but it's just when it's actually happening, it's been a lot. So I've just been trying to affirm myself and remind myself that my body is doing everything that it needs to be doing, that I'm in the final stretch of things and I can do this. And I've just been constantly reminding myself that soon I'm going to have my baby in my arms. And I know that postpartum comes with its own shenanigans, but I think just having my baby in my arms, I just can't wait for that, because I hear that, like, even during labor with all the pain and stuff, the moment that you hold your baby, you forget all about that, all the pain that you experienced, and I just can't wait for that. I just want to meet him. Like, I'm just so excited for that. So even on days when I don't even want the lights to be on and I don't want to talk to anyone and I just want to be alone, and that's the weird part, because I say I feel alone, but I really also want to be alone. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone at all at certain times. Anyway, so even on days when, on the downest of days, I just remind myself that I'm so close to holding my baby. Ugh, I'm so close to holding my baby, and everything's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna be fine, and I was built for this, and my body is showing me that, babes, you're ready. You know, you are made for this. I was made for this, but yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm really just trying to keep my head up, trying to take it one day at a time, and to just constantly remind myself that everything is gonna be okay, everything is gonna work out. And goes about right, man. with my emotions and my mental not being the best of places. The latter part of the second trimester has definitely been better. I have less fluctuations in my emotions. I'm definitely a little bit calmer, a little bit more content, and a little bit more on the excited and joyful side rather than the anxious and insecure side. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm hoping that it will continue on that trajectory in the third trimester as well. So I'm definitely am doing better. I think right slap dab right in the middle of the second trimester was like the hardest time, and I've just slowly gotten better and better leading up to the third trimester. So I'm really hoping it's going to continue on that trajectory, and that I am going to hold my baby. I'm just excited to hold him. Yeah, but anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you have been pregnant, comment down below about your experience. How was your experience with your second trimester? And if you haven't been pregnant, is this scary for you? I hope this didn't scare you too much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. See ya. Oh, and I also see all the people that are subscribing to my channel. And Kosina so much. Welcome to my channel. Anyway, see ya.